Hi everyone, today we're going to have a look at a solution to task 1 of the game scenario. This was the hex game. Part of this problem asks you to figure out how to strip away some unwanted characters that are returned from the hex function when we try to convert a decimal number to be a hex number. So I'm hoping that you understand that, because I'm not going to explain it in this video. Please watch this video if you want a hint. Alright, let's just get cracking. What we're going to do is do something 10 times. The game player will face 10 challenges. Also, the game player scores points in the game. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is create a variable called score, and this variable is an integer. So score is set to 0 at the very beginning of the game. Then we're going to play the game. We're going to actually do something 10 times. Now my solution is going to use a random number generator, so I'm going to import random, and now let's do something 10 times. So for I in range 10. Now, what are we going to do 10 times? So each challenge will present the user with a decimal number between 0 and 101. The player has to enter the correct hexadecimal value. So we're comparing. So let's just make a list of things that we need to do here. Generate a random number between 0 and 101. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to convert the random number to hex. Then we're going to strip away the first 2 ugly characters of the random hex number that we got here, this conversion. Do you remember those 2 ugly characters? So something like 0x a. We don't want this 0x, so we're going to strip that away and just keep the a. That's just an example, by the way. Then we're going to display the random number, the decimal number, to the user and ask them to input the hex equivalent. Okay, so we'll show them the random number that we generated and we'll say, can you convert this number into hex? And then if the user's guess is the same as the random hex number that we've already saved up here, the user gets a point. So this is what we're going to do 10 times. We're going to generate a random number between 0 and 101. Let's do that right now. I'm just going to create a variable called rand, and I'm going to assign it from the random file that we've just imported. I'm going to use the random randint function from 0 to 101. So that's that done. Then we're going to convert that random number into hex. So I'm going to create another variable called randhex, and I'm going to call the hex function and pass it the rand variable as a parameter. So this will convert this random number into a hex value, and I'm going to store that. I need to store it because later I'm going to be doing some comparing. Now the user, when the user guesses, the user is not going to type 0x a. The user is just going to type a, right? So we need to strip away the first 2 characters of this hex thing that we've got here. So all I'm going to do is update the variable randhex to do this. I don't need to create a new variable. So if you watch that other video, this is how to do it. Okay, so this is going to take away those two characters, and it's just going to take everything after that. That's what that code does there. Then I'm going to display the random number to the user and ask them to input the hex. So let's display a message to the user. Can you convert this thing here, this random number that we generated, can you convert this thing to hexadecimal? And then we'll get their guess. So I'm going to create a variable called guess, and they're going to be typing things like A and C and 1E. So these are not integers, they're just strings. So I'm just going to use the input function. Don't need to convert that to be an int or a float. No, they're just strings. So guess equals input. Now then, if the user's guess is the same as the random hex number that we already converted from the random number, if their answer is the same as this answer, they get a point. So if guess is the same as rand hex, score will be updated to score plus 1. Okay? Now let's just run this and see if we have any errors. Okay, so I don't have any syntax errors. It's now asking me to play the game. Can you convert 74 to hexadecimal? I'm just going to type a random answer. Okay, well, okay, it works, but something works. I don't know exactly what's going on. Just to help me test my program, I'm going to put a print statement in here, and at the very end of the for loop, when everything is finished playing, let's print out the score. And to save time for testing, I'm not going to do it 10 times. I'm going to do it 5 times, just to save time. I'll change that back to 10 later. Convert 90 to hexadecimal. 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. So that's 5 16s with a remainder of 10. 10 is A in hexadecimal. Yay! Ooh, 93. So that's, again, it's 5 with a remainder of 13. What's 13 in hexadecimal? 10, 11, 12, 13. A, B, C, D. I think it's D. Correct. 19 to hexadecimal. There's 116 with a remainder of 3. Correct. 5, that's an easy one. Okay, so 48, I'm going to put in the wrong answer. So I scored 4. Correct, 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 correct. Yeah, that worked. Brilliant. Okay. So it seems to work. Let's change that back to 10. And now let's deal with at the end of the game. I'm going to keep the score there. And now we're going to say if score is the same as 10, I'm going to print if score is 8 points or more, so greater than or equal to 8, print amazing. If score is greater than or equal to 6, we're going to print great. If score is greater than or equal to 4, we're going to print nice job. And the very final option It gets less than 4 points, so we're just down to else now. This is the final one. Print. Want to try again. Alright, and that's my program. Let's run it and test it. Can you convert 56 to hexadecimal? Well, I believe the answer is 3, 8. Can you convert 40 to hexadecimal? I believe the answer is 2, 8. Can you convert 45 to hexadecimal? I believe the answer is 22. No, I didn't get it correct. Can you convert 2? Yes, I can. Can you convert 82? I think the answer is 5, 1. Can you convert 66 to hexadecimal? I think the answer is 4, 2. Can you convert 85 to hexadecimal? I think the answer is 5, 5. Oh, can you convert 6? Yes. Can you, 101, 18, 96, I think the answer is 65, yes. Can you convert 42 to hexadecimal? I think the answer is 2A. Oh, I scored 8, amazing. And that's my solution to the hex game. Task 1.